Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to offer you a new vision, not just for what's possible, but for what's practical. Because dreaming big is not enough. If all it took were dreams, we'd all be living them. What we need is a bridge between ambition and action. That's what Grace Lordan delivers in her incredible book, Think Big, a guide not for fantasizing about success, but for engineering it step by step. She doesn't just tell us to believe in ourselves. She teaches us how to become the kind of person our future success requires. Let's explore that together. The big idea: you can design the life you want. Grace Lordan begins with a question that has the power to stop you in your tracks. What would your life look like if nothing held you back? Not in a fantasy world, not in 5 years, but today with your current skills, your current life, your current circumstances. Because the truth is, most of the time it's not lack of talent that holds us back. It's our habits, our environment, our fear of change, and the quiet voice that says, this is as good as it gets. Lordan's message is clear. You are not stuck. You are not a fixed personality. Your brain is capable of change. Your future is a moving target, and your choices today are what aim the arrow. Why thinking big? Starts with thinking different. Many people think that the big thinkers of the world have more vision or more resources. But Grace shows us it's not about vision, it's about perspective. If you want a different future, you need to start asking better questions. What if I'm underestimating what I can do? What if my current routine is quietly sabotaging my goals? What if the most powerful thing I can do is take one tiny step today? You see, the brain loves patterns. It builds your habits, your identity, even your excuses, based on the past. But to think big, you must give your brain new material. Lordan calls this becoming the architect of your own behavior. And let me tell you, friends, once you learn to do that, the future stops being a mystery and starts becoming a blueprint. Small steps, big identity. We've all heard the phrase, fake it till you make it. But Grace Lordan says, act like the person you want to become. She teaches us that the surest way to success is not a giant leap. It's repeated behavior that aligns with a new identity. Want to be a leader? Start leading your mornings. Want to be a writer? Write for 5 minutes daily, even badly. Want to be wealthy? Make a habit of learning about money, one article at a time. Because when you act like the future version of yourself, even in the smallest way, your brain starts to believe it. And belief is the soil where change grows. Use the science of behavior to your advantage. Grace Lordan is a behavioral scientist. That means she doesn't deal in motivation fluff. She deals in data. And the data says, we are creatures of bias, triggers, and habits. But that's not bad news. It's good news. Because once you understand your behavioral blueprint, you can rewrite it. She teaches strategies like changing your environment to reduce friction, set up your space for success, replacing bad habits instead of just resisting them. The brain doesn't like a vacuum. Identifying your default behaviors that run on autopilot and updating them. If your default is to check your phone first thing in the morning, replace it with journaling, stretching, or reading one empowering sentence. One small shift, done daily, beats the biggest resolution left undone. Challenge the narrative that holds you back. Here's something that hit me hard in the book. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your default. Ouch. But it's true. Grace challenges us to examine our internal narratives. Those quiet thoughts that whisper, I'm not the kind of person who can speak up. I'll never be able to start my own business. People like me don't succeed like that. Those narratives feel real, but they're stories, not facts. Lordan encourages us to identify those limiting beliefs, write them down, and then, get this, treat them like hypotheses to be tested. If you believe you're not good at presenting, try practicing with a small audience. If you think you're not a numbers person, take a free class and see. Truth loves to be tested. And most of your limits, They'll disappear under the weight of action. The people around you matter more than you think. Let's talk about influence. Grace makes it clear. Your environment will shape you whether you like it or not. So ask yourself, who are the 5 people I interact with the most? Do they encourage me or drain me? Are they modeling who I want to become? Lordan reminds us to curate our circle intentionally. That means spending more time around people who challenge you, cheer for you, and have the habits you aspire to build. You don't need to cut people out, but you do need to protect your attention like it's the most valuable asset you have. Because it is. Don't wait for confidence. Earn it. Finally, Grace teaches a truth we often forget. Confidence is not the cause of action, it's the result of it. You don't wait to feel confident before you apply, pitch, speak, or lead. You do it afraid. You do it uncertain. You do it shaking. And as you do, your brain begins to update its story. I guess we are the kind of person who does this. That's how you build a life you're proud of. Not by giant leaps, but by showing up every day as the future you, in small, repeatable ways. In closing, think big, but act small and daily. So let me leave you with this thought. Dreaming is free, but doing is rare. And the people who make it in this world are not always the smartest, the loudest, or the most privileged. They are the ones who dare to define what success means for them. Align their daily actions with that vision. Design a life that pulls them forward, one choice at a time. Grace Lordan didn't write a fantasy book about goal setting. She wrote a manual for becoming your future self through behavior, clarity, and repetition. So today, I ask you, what's one small step your future self would thank you for? Take it. Then take another tomorrow. And watch your big dreams become your daily reality. Thank you.